Hello everybody, welcome to episode 2 of Let's Play Endless Legend as the Windwalkers, and I'll probably come up with a better title than that by the end of it. Hopefully. But for this episode, our focus is going to be taking control of the region of Emosi and pacifying the Dorgeshi, I think, will be what we're going to focus on for this particular part of the quest, because we are trying to assimilate somebody. So let's go ahead. We're going to finish exploring this region, and then we're going to head back to pick up our settler, which will be spawning relatively soon. Should have moved us, but it didn't. Oh, there it is. Now we have the bows. These are centaur cavalry. Pretty standard, but they are also hostile. So we have winter's begun. A lot less movement, so let's go ahead and start moving to the south now, so we can get there ASAP. We actually have enemy troop movement in our area, and our only troops are way out of position to deal with it, unfortunately. So we have some unused resource boosters. The emeralds we don't particularly need to use. The gold comes in handy if we're trying to generate money, but I don't think we particularly need it. Actually, let's go ahead. We can activate the gold and the spices. Let's go ahead and activate gold and spices. That's some additional contentedness, which is always very nice. Ooh, we have a roaming army of Galerius ice wargs in our way. So let's go ahead and we haven't done any combat yet. Let's go ahead and make enemies instead of friends. I actually don't know how particularly strong these ice wargs are. Alright, well, we are predicted to win, so let's go ahead and fight this out. So when you go into combat in this game, you end up in like a Heroes of Might and Magic style grid, where you can deploy in a kind of small range. Let's go ahead and advance units towards the front. Actually no, because they're ranged, so there's no reason for them to all be up there. And here we go. And you don't actually directly control a whole lot, you just basically pick your targets and you let everything happen. So, since we are all targeting the same set of ice wargs, probably be able to eliminate one of them before they can actually get to retaliating. They are cavalry though, so they're probably just about to close this gap. Yeah, right up to the hero. And he's getting flanked. That's unfortunate. But he does have some defensive bonuses from being in the woods. Let's go ahead and target that guy for those other two, because the first one that attacks should pretty easily finish that ice warg off. There it is. Alright, and we will finish off this attack. So, one of the things with these Wood Whaler units, they have an ability called Forest Rage, which is giving them bonus attack because they are in a forest tile, which is quite handy. So we could go wipe out that Galerius village, but I don't particularly see a reason to. Our Dakari Rangers leveled up. That's handy. Let's take a look really quick to see. That's not the one I wanted. That's also not the one I wanted. It's this one? Yes. Does he have any better weaponry? You know, it looks like it's still all tier 1. We could give him a two-handed wand or a two-handed bow, but I think the shield is going to come in handy most often. So, no reason to do that. So let's go ahead and end the turn. We should unlock our Apache, or Agachi Shaman. So that is an Eyeless One army that is wandering through our region right now. Let's go ahead and end another turn. Okay, so we have our Agachi Shaman now researched, and as you can see, this bar is filling up right here. We've unlocked 6 of the 9 technologies required just to unlock being able to move on to this tier. Now, when you can unlock the higher tiers, everything has substantially higher costs. So there's nothing lost except for time fleshing out lower tier researches. Though you only need a small amount in order to move up. So let's go ahead and get the ability to parlay or bribe a minor faction, seeing as how that's going to be part of our next quest. We are very soon to have our settler. Where did that Eyeless One army go? There they are. Let's go ahead and mash our faces into the Eyeless Ones. And since we are near our city, we're going to get our reinforcements, so that's even better. So our hero is still suffering a little bit of damage. That's not too terrible. Go ahead and all focus on the same one. So they have a slowdown effect on their attacks, as well as the ability to heal, which could get annoying. Our reinforcements have arrived, but they are way the heck back there. I don't think our militia is even going to be able to reach. Nope, there's still one eyeless one left. I don't think, yeah, the militia can't make it there. Alright, last turn. Go ahead and wipe them out. That's kind of dumb that it's actually still cycling through all of the combat participants, even though the enemies all fell. That was kind of dumb. Alright, well, we are now in the area where we will be able to pick up this settler as soon as they spawn, so we can escort them. Let's go ahead and take our settler, create a new army controlled by the settler, and start moving them towards this region up here. I guess we can just... oh, we can't mush them together, can we? There we go. Except for we can't move this turn. Not too bad, though. And we should be finally getting our extractor so we can work on that quest as well. Moving on up. Got the roaming bands of Centaur cavalry moving around. Another population increase. Alright, so let's take a look at where we might want to build a city. If we put it right here, we will get access to just not a whole lot of science. Or not a whole lot of production, but a lot of other stuff. No, it is still a decent amount of production. It is not a lot of science. Right there, a little bit more science, significantly less food. We'll deal with the low science, I guess. We can compensate for that in other ways. So we have the glass steel extractor. So now we have a weapon called the 37, which is a pretty beast-looking freaking crossbow. Holy crap! You, my friend, are going to use that. Where'd it go? No, that's not it. You see weapons. Is he not able to use that weapon, or is it? Oh, yeah. So it's gonna cost 6 glass steel for him to equip that weapon. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit. Oh, no, I messed with their movement. Whoops. Colonizing right there? Yes. Oh no, I forgot to pick a research. Oh, it's because it just completed. Okay, that's not bad. So now we have the language square, so now once we do colonize right here, we can actually start trying to parlay with them. And let's pick up the ability to get all those other extractors. Let's see. So we want new village right there. It's computing a bunch of AI battles. There we go. So now we have Yamosi settled. Increased recovery speed, increased in siege attacks, some extra accessories, extra vision, extra movement. Ooh, that will end up with a bunch of extra attacks. So let's get the extra accessory slot, because that will eventually lead to a large amount of attack. And we've encountered the necrophages, who are all about consuming everybody else. There are a couple regions to the north, so that's going to be interesting. Let's go ahead and work on the glass steel extractor for right there. And they are hostile. Okay. Let's go ahead and get a glass steel extractor. And let's get an Agachi Shaman up here. And let's go ahead and build a burrow to increase our output. And we'll just go ahead and auto. Ah, we lost a unit of rangers. The risk of the auto. Okay, so with that first casualty, we'll go ahead and put a cut in this episode. We are at, like the beginning of pretty much any strategy game, this is relatively slow, so I do apologize for the kind of, I guess, slow start to the series. But it will pick up, just like every other strategy game, as you start encountering more land and more races. Things get a whole lot more heated. So stick around for that. Thank you very much for watching this episode. Make sure to comment if you have anything, any tips or tricks. Make sure to like if you like this video and subscribe if you haven't. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.